Hey everybody, hope you're well, and it's James here. Today we're going to be talking to Jai Herbert. Now he's currently the Cage Warriors lightweight champion, and he's going to be defending his title against Cain Carrizosa. Now I just want to say a big thank you to our sponsor Cryptopte for sponsoring this video, and here's a little introduction to Jai. So guys, that was Jai's introduction. I think you can see this guy he's got some skills, man. But I just want to welcome the Black Country Banger to the show this evening. How you doing, Jai?
I'm great, thanks. How are you? You alright, yeah?
Yeah, good man, good. So obviously I've seen you down the gym. You know, you're pretty sharp with your boxing, man. What improvements have you made this camp?
I'd say probably I've improved everywhere, every aspect of my game. But I feel like my striking is coming a lot more as well. I'm starting to throw a lot more shots, a lot more combinations. I'm starting to flow a lot better now. I'm more relaxed. I'm working by my jab more, and I think my jiu-jitsu's come on a lot more as well, man. I'm starting to get in. Finishing a lot more submissions in training and stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy of how the camp's gone.
Also, what got you into MMA? Because it's not like it's not your everyday career choice. So what made you go down this route?
I've always liked. I used to watch it on Bravo back in the day, like on cable and that. GSP and them kind of fighters, BJ Penn and that. Man. So I loved it, and it was a gym opened up down the road from me, and I just went down there to for a bit of fitness or whatever. 7 years later, I'm pro, and I got a world title.
The champ, yeah. I mean, that's really impressive. I mean, I think the levels are just absolutely going through the roof right now. So, in terms of you're on a 5-win streak at the moment, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Your opponent is also on a 5-win streak, so Cain. How do you see the holes in his game? How do you see this going down on Saturday night?
I feel it's going to be a tough fight. The guy's very experienced. He's been around the block. I see the fight being very cagey. I'll have to feel it out first. See how get in there. Look, find my range. See what his looks are. What he's trying to feint him out. See what he's trying to do. See if he wants to stand and strike. If he wants to go for the takedown. And then once I start getting my range, start landing my jab, then everything else starts flowing from there. And then I'm looking for the stoppage, and I think it will come. It'll come, but I won't force it, but it'll come.
Okay.
I'm very, very sure of that.
Yeah, because if I look at his record, it's a lot of decisions. In terms of he's not really a stopper, where you like to stop people or put them away.
I like to get the job done quick, get out there and get myself a drink. You know what I mean?
Well, I suppose that's why you're the Black Country Banger. So
get out of there, get straight to the pie factory.
yeah, indeed. So we see quite a big trend with cage warriors that if someone is in a title position for and they win a couple of fights, that normally means Uncle Dana is coming knocking. How important is this fight to you?
Yeah, if you look at it, the fight is very important. It's you could say it's make or break. There's a lot of pressure, but I just have to look past that. To be honest, I just have to focus on the actual fight, not what else is going on around it. What could happen from the fight. At the end of the day, I've got a geezer going in there to beat me, coming to to frigging knock my head off, like everyone else has. So I've got to go in there and focus on that guy, forget everything else. And so that's how I look at the fight.
And being the champ, you've really got a bit of a target on your back. How do you deal with that type of pressure?
How do I deal with it? I'm a pretty laid back kind of person. I'm pretty chilled out. I don't like and I don't get emotional about things. You get me like that. So I just whatever in it. I don't look have the title and think, oh God, I'm the champ. I'm this. I'm that. I'm just the same guy as before. I didn't have the title. And that's how I keep myself level-headed. So, at the end of the day, I'm not I don't care about no one else who's after the title, the fight. I mean, the title, sorry. I'll fight and whatever. It doesn't really matter to me.
And so I got to say, being in the gym and being around you and training with you and stuff, that you do come across as really relaxed, down to earth, real nice, salt of the earth type guy. So, I mean, hats off to you, man. Let's imagine you win this next fight, and you get to say, Uncle Dana says, right, Jai, you can have your next dream fight. Anybody you want in UFC, who would it be?
Do you know what? I've always thought. I don't know. I just always think I think Tony Ferguson would be a great fight. To be honest, and obviously, he's one of the best, if not the best, lightweights in the world. I just think that fight just be a great fight, man. Just love to fight someone like that. It'd be great, man. He's awesome. He's got loads of different attacks, man. He's got mad elbows. He's got good kicks, striking. You know what I mean? He's jiu-jitsu as well on the ground. He's just dangerous everywhere, and the most thing that's impressive about him is he's just non-stop. His fitness, his cardio, he's off the charts. But I just think it'd be a great fight, man. That'd be class.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if him and Khabib ever get to fight, or if there's something else will come up that stops them to some extent.
Yeah, yeah. I think Ferguson's the only one in the division I think who could give Khabib problems, man. Because I think if Khabib takes him down, he's that tricky. Ferguson is, you know what I mean. He could get, he looks for the sub. He strikes well off his back on the ground. You know what I mean. He's constantly using elbows to cut you open. So I think that'd be a really, really close fight.
And obviously coming up through the ranks, who's been sort of your biggest influences, and who do you look up to?
Do you mean through UFC fighters and that?
Yeah, UFC, as you're coming up through, getting you into the sport, and then sort of maybe in the last couple of years, who's sort of been the biggest influence on you?
I'd say in the MMA, I'd say my first coach, John Ashley. I did my amateur career with him, and I had about a few pro fights with him, about 4 or 5 pro fights with him. He's been one of my top influences. He's helped me. He still helps me now. I still do strength and conditioning with him. He's a great influence on my career. Also, my striking coach, Joby Clayton. I've been working with him for a few years now. Ever since I moved, went to Firewalker martial arts in Wolverhampton. He's brought my striking on tenfold. He's the reason I'm so good at my striking. You know what I mean? He's world class. He's a world class coach. Also, and then now Tom Breeze. You know what I mean? Ever since I moved to Renegade, he's given me. He's just took me up a level. My MMA has just took my game up. I'm getting to that level now where I'm getting to the UFC. And it's all it's because of the help he's been giving me, and also the other lads there, the other coaches. I'm just thankful to them, man.
Awesome. there's obviously a huge fight coming up. Who do you think's going to win the bad motherfucker title? In the
I
UFC?
think Masvidal. I think Masvidal. You know, because I think he's just going to be too big for Diaz. Like, I think he'd just be too big for him and too strong for him. Like, I think Masvidal will beat him. Yeah, probably get a stoppage, to be honest.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think if Masvidal can do it in the first couple of rounds, but Nate's just so durable that he'll come on strong in the later rounds, I think. So if he doesn't do it in the first couple of rounds, then I'd give it to Nate. But it's a tricky one to call, I think.
Alright then.
Tricky one. We'll see. We can have a little fiver on it or something. We'll do it down the gym. We'll get a little pop going or something. So obviously you've been doing MMA for 7 years. You've gone through the ranks. You're now the Cage Warriors World Champion. What one piece of advice would you give to anybody aspiring to be like yourself right now?
One piece of advice I'll give to people is like, it's like young amateurs coming through. Is like, don't have an ego. You know what I mean? Like, listen to opinions of everyone. You know what I mean? Like, listen to your coaches as well, and people who are trying to help you. You know, take advice from everyone, and don't just like don't let your ego get in the way. I think some people do let their ego get in the way of like listening to others. I mean, I like when I'm down the gym, I listen to everyone. You know what I mean? If I think someone's doing something good and it's like going to benefit me and help me, I'll take advice from them. Doesn't matter if they're amateur and have had 5 amateur fights or they're one of the top pros who had 20 fights. You know what I mean? If just like take advice from everyone and just use that and use what, and also a lot of the stuff as well that people like, you got to use what's good for you. Some people do give you advice, but try it out, try certain techniques out, and if it don't work, then use techniques that do work. If that makes any sense, I don't think it does, but
yeah. So I think be teachable, listen,
be teachable, yeah,
and find what works for you. Because if like I'm quite long and rangy, so and heavy, so I just sit on people. I found my calling.
It works.
So obviously you're fighting this Saturday. You're defending your lightweight belt. What can people expect this Saturday?
People can expect this Saturday. I always say, I don't want to say fireworks. I always say that they can just expect an explosive night of fights. There's me, there's Michael Eunice, there's Chris Meyer, there's some other top pros on the card. There's some top amateurs as well. But in my fight, you can expect to see some like top level striking, top level mixed martial arts. And look out for the stoppage win by myself, because that's what I'm coming for. I'm coming for the knockout.
Awesome. I really do appreciate your time, Jai. I just want to say a massive thank you. I want to wish you the best on Saturday night, and I'll be in the crowd cheering away for you, mate.
Cheers, bro. I'll see you Saturday.
Take care, man. Cheers, bro.
Yeah, brother. Nice one.